Establishing battlefield control. Stand by.
Hey people, 5aces here, and welcome back to the last part of the Shattered Paradise Tournament Finals. A tournament that went about as well as entering a shirtless election rigging contest against Vladimir Putin. And we are on Spinnerol, as evidenced by Mr. Bender's head from Futurama here. So bite my shiny metal ass as we're about to introduce the players. Left hand side spawning as Patrick Starfish the faction. It is Icesinithol, the random Renegade. He's currently down 2-3, I believe. And his opponent, who can close the game out here, the series out here and now, it is Punsho, the Thrice-Blessed, who has been incredibly lucky that he stayed in this tournament, but he fought his way back regardless, and as per usual as mutants, it's kind of his shtick. The last tournament he entered as, was it not? I'm not entirely sure anymore, but yeah, he had a stellar performance anyway. So, SCrin is an interesting faction. That's all I'm gonna say towards that. Razor Sharks are absolutely obnoxious though, as has been proven especially by Crushomes, who has made this popular, like the streaming 200 Razor Sharks across the map until your opponent doesn't know where to defend anymore, because they're just so mobile. Okay, immediately tackling the Tiberium well, and this seems to be a very greedy build by Punsho. He is going War Factory first from the looks of it. First, yeah. War Factory first. As my host, your host, Sean Connery. Yeah, War Factory first it is, versus a double ref, which lends itself to a slower early game, obviously. Also a nice little scout, gets a read off, and thus knows that there's going to be a vehicle inbound very momentarily. Pulls the retreat, probably a bit premature. He could easily have gotten away with taking the Tiberium well out before there has been any significant vehicle threat. Be that as it may, Double Ref is the name of the game and thus should commence the Razor spam. Why isn't he building? The landing zone is unoccupied currently. It doesn't stop it from gliders landing all the time. That's interesting. Well, production, nothing else. Economy, well yeah, that's gonna allow it to start floating. This build just lends itself to a very aggressive early game usually, but there's already a quad cannon out now, so it's gonna easily be able to deflect at least 10. Yeah, 10 Razor Sharks is like the maximum amount of units that a quad cannon is about able to deal with. Otherwise it just gets out-zerg rushed. Shapeshifter is out here, might meet an early demise by the hands of the quad cannon, but no. Punsho decides to play it very safe here. He's going for his big macro play again, probably into an early expansion. Well, he has all the rights to play it safe because he's ahead. So he's just, if he takes this game nice and slowly, methodically, without getting overrun in the early to mid game, then it's gonna be absolutely golden. Hover tanks are starting to appear. The hover tanks are very good against mutants, mainly for the sole reason that mutant vehicles are very fast. Shapeshifter down. Mutant vehicles are very fast, and that usually is a problem for other factions when they don't have hit scan or tracking weapons, because the way OpenRA calculates spread damage is if a unit moves away from the cell that a non-tracking weapon is shooting at, then you basically take minimal to no damage. So that's why sometimes mutant blobs can seem very resilient and tanky just because they keep moving. The enemy units keep missing. And against SCrin, that doesn't help you all that much because hover tanks can insta-zap anything. They've got hit scan weapons and they're also relatively durable despite their only problem is the high price tag. Yeah, the quad cannon is gonna learn this the hard way. And also hover tanks are not slow at all. You'd think they are. They look a bit chunkier than the other tanks, but it's gonna be easily able to deflect those 3 Lynxes. But basically that's fair because Lynxes have like half the price tag. Ooh, that's a very greedy build of Rise. Hover tanks, mass Razor Sharks into mass hover tanks into an MCV move out plus double tech. So if this goes unpunished, it's gonna be fine. Nice snipe. Yeah, as you can see here, not only is that an easy zap for all of them, but it also gets exacerbated by the fact that SCrin units heal up when they kill other units. So that makes it even trickier to deal with them. Plus, they're also strong against infantry as well. Like I said, only downside is the high price tag. So yeah, so far, Icesinithol hasn't been stopped at all. And Punsho is going for his mass War Factory play again. He's probably going to be rushing up to 4 War Factories, trying to get a critical critical mechanical army or mechanized company out in time, but I think... Yeah, I doubt. I pressed the doubt button here. This is probably an easy snipe on some harvesters. Yeah, Lynx tanks, not only are they out of position, but they also can't fight this. And now, here you can see, as long as Icesinithol keeps moving against the Forgotten Cannons, he's not going to take much damage. Ooh, second harvest down on the way out as well. And a Forgotten Cannon to boot. With minimal to no losses taken thus far. Oh my lord, this is not... It's not starting to look... not look very good for Punsho anymore. Who can't seem to get his critical army mass out in time. And now all there needs to be from... okay, that's one down. All there needs to be from Ice is with his raid attack spam a couple... what are they called? Storm Riders. Storm Riders are very good against armored vehicles. And they just snipe you over time. They just inflict unit bleed. Oh, plus they don't have to rearm, which makes them one of the strongest tier 0 or tier 1 aircraft. Tier 2. Let's make it tier 2. Yeah, okay, he's going destroyers. That's kind of curious. Destroyers are more suited at taking out bases. But I think that's honestly a fair play because Punsho's on one base. And he doesn't have anything that enhances his line of sight. He's not on radar just yet. So there would be an absolutely massive timing window to exploit here for Icesinithol. So this is looking like a very good game for him thus far. Oh no! Road Rage? Nah, Lynx Tanks decides against it. With Razors it's a bit tricky to crush all of them because they're just so mobile. This is gonna be the engagement. The clash is about to start. Ooh, a couple squishes, but nothing too serious thus far. The hover tanks are nicely cutting back. Now getting caught up. This might be the pivotal loss of a couple tanks here. Ooh. Destroyer's not helping, by the way. It's just doing a lot of friendly fire. Okay. Okay, that looks better. Yeah, it's starting to look up for Punsho here, who has gotten some very nice snipes on the hover tanks thus far. And curiously enough, Icesinithol completely refuses to get Legionnaires in. Ooh, zap. Yeah, but he's on 3 harvesters. How many harvesters is Punsho on? 7? Nah. Oh god. Yeah. 7. 7 versus 3. Ain't looking too good in the econ department. But if he loses to this critical mass... with the help of the Battle Bus, this is going to be pretty awesome. Because the Battle Bus is going to be able to target down all the Razor Sharks. Meanwhile, the Lynx can go and Hover Tank can't. Oh! Friendly fire from the Destroyers is probably going to kill more than it's worth the hassle. Yeah, that's going to be iffy. Ooh, he needs more Hover Tank production. Or he needs Legionnaires. Wow, unloading the bus right into their demise. Quad cannons are starting to chase away at the Destroyers. They're probably gonna get... yeah, one Destroyer probably gonna fall. Yes, there she goes. There she blows. Okay, he's kiting them out of range again. But yeah, the Lynx are here to stay. I don't know what the plan of Ice was here. The Destroyers are not helping in mobile engagements at all. He needs a transition back to Storm Riders. He's got his second Forge online now, so probably gonna try and counter spam with spam. And Punch has got an expansion out in the top right, so the econ discrepancy should even out over time. Right now, well, it's only a 3k lead anymore. Despite the earnings being a whooping 12k disparity. Jeez. Yeah, really. Yes! Okay, that's what I was looking for. Those big bad boys. I mean, those small little gunpowder-filled wasps. That's what he needs. That's the right call. Okay, 6 harvesters now for Punsho as well, so he can get back into this game. Also, probably would be advised safely taking this expansion. But a massive SCrin blob. With SCrin, the one problem is always the air fleet. He's very, very light on anti-air. And SCrin, you always have... It's basically like the Spanish Inquisition. Whenever you least expect them, they come out of the woodworks. And SCrin just, yeah, has the Spanish Inquisition air fleet on standby. Which is kind of a timing thing. Ooh, he can kite over the water. Essence Collectors are starting to come out. That's a very interesting choice. They can't be crushed. And they kind of heal your units. They don't really damage enemy units, but what they do is each shot of theirs releases an essence blob that can go onto a friendly unit and kind of heal it that way. It's a very interesting support unit. As you can see here, everything is getting patched up, but courtesy of those blobs. Oh, and in come the Storm Riders. That's perfect timing. Storm Riders here to swoop in and take all the kills. Hell yeah. Well, it's probably the entire mechanized corps gone. RIP. Also, no anti-air whatsoever. There's like one lone quad cannon. Yeah, he doesn't want to engage into this second quad cannon appearing now. He doesn't know what the battle bus is loaded with, so it's a fair assessment that there's probably... I mean, there isn't any fiends in there, but like there's a fair assessment that there's probably... he's expecting the fiends to be in waiting to intercept the air army. Yeah, destroyers are moving into position. That's so good. Like, this position, they can snipe the enemy base over the ridges. And you can't really deal with that with the ground army. That's kind of why that's so good. Essence Collectors are, yeah, they're having the Wanderlust. They're just chilling here. Ooh, that might be some AoE. Yes. Yes, that was quite some AoE indeed. Finally! Storm Riders to the rescue. Starting to mop up here. Oh my goodness. The heals. They're too strong! It doesn't do damage, or minimal. I don't know whether it's 0 or a very low number, but anyway. Yeah, and that's the Conio down. That's dead. Good night, Lucy. Well, was nice knowing you. Also, Mutant Radar is going down. Yeah, this is not looking good for Punsho. I sense a Game 7. Disclaimer, there has been, I know how many replays there are, but I was expecting Ganon to maybe put in a dummy replay to fool me. Doesn't appear to be the case from how things are shaping up to look. Yeah. Statistics. Yeah, this ain't looking too hot here. He's got a couple quad cannons, but I doubt this is gonna be enough. He needs to do a lot of mustard cutting, if you're catching my drift. Oh my goodness, the Essence Collector is slowly waddling across the map and healing everything back up. Targeting the anti-air down. Focusing the quads. One quad down. Second quad, yeah. GG. Force is overwhelming. Alright, that leaves us with a Game 7. Call me officially intrigued and see you in a sec. So that leaves us with one last match being played in this series. That's been insane so far, and what more fitting a map than this one here. It's Beaver Creek, or aka Tournament Ridge. Just look at the minimap. Isn't that a beaver? Ain't those the front teeth? Don't tell me I'm not telling the truth. So, Icesinithol once more for his final form that he's gonna be unleashing havoc onto this world as SCrin, as a SCrin commander. And Punsho, conversely, is gonna stick with his guns and, yeah, literally, and go for mutants. Lots of shotgunner action. Doesn't appear to be the case here, though. Tiberian Fiends, that is a very ballsy play, considering that SCrin have access to Razor Sharks, and Razor Sharks are very fast and very expendable. So, let's see whether this is gonna get sniffed out. Some tight early game aggression. Is that an all-in? Please tell me it's building a ref, right? Production? Yeah, we Gucci. He's going double ref. Just looked like an all-in to me for a sec, because why else would you... Who else on God's green earth would build like 5 Fiends as an opener? So, with Fiends, recently there's surfaced some discussion around them, because they're the only anti-tank infantry that doesn't track their targets. So, it kind of has the same problem that some non-tracking weapons do have. Like, mutants don't really have tracking weapons. And especially the Tiberian Fiends are kind of a liability, because against fast units like the Nod Buggies, for example, Tiberian Fiends can't hit them reliably, unless they're standing still, but that's not what the purpose of that unit is in the first place. So yeah, kind of a contentious subject. Let's see what the head balance officers have to say about this. Ooh, being sniffed out. What? No, just a peaceful herd of like Tiberium-infested bisons passing by. Why? They're also wearing Punsho's jerseys, but come on. That's just a coincidence. Ah, he sniffed them out. No way, those Tiberian Fiends. Well, they've got the same speed. Oh, they're gonna run headfirst into the tech shockwave turret. What a nice coincidence. Woo! I was close, almost grazing them. Oh, sick force fire. That must have been force fire, right? That was miss. Where's he going? Oh, he's trying to juke and bait out the shots. Ooh! And force fire from Ice. That's so nice. Such insane micro here. And he's also microing. Oh! Oof. Pulls it away at the last second. Because those do friendly fire. He could have managed to stir fry his entire Razor Shark line, but as it stands, still a flawless early game for him. 5-0, yeah. 1,500 credits down the drain for Punsho. That was to be expected against Razor Sharks, and a tech shockwave turret nonetheless. So yeah, double ref for both, and that's going to be a transition into War Factory. Punsho's a bit early with the timing there. There's the hover tank. So I presume this is going to be a spitting image of last game, but this time Punsho's an easier time expanding because yeah, your expansions are very close. On this map at least. And you should also take his tech shockwave turret. Those things do have ridiculous impact sometimes. They can land the golden shot and just fry an entire army. Really dangerous. Oh my goodness, radar rush for Ice, but it might just be for a host station. You never know with SCrin. It might be an all-out air rush on 4 airfields, or it might just be an MCV. That's like... And by MCV, I do mean Patrick the Starfish. Because that's what they look like. Look at this! Case in point! Exhibit A. Tell me that's not Patrick the Starfish, especially if it deploys. So yeah, this looks to be more of an air rush build from the looks of things. Ice is not producing all that much. He needs to get his eco back on track. Also, Patrick, please deploy. Army is starting a little push out. Yeah, there we go. The wheels on the host station go round and round all night long. So this one ill-fated Lynx tank is going to be a nice little spotter for Punsho. It's going to warn him of doom impending. But does he have enough to weather the storm? He doesn't have anything right there. That's going to be... Ooh, down goes the tank, and that's going to be very unfortunate. Punsho is air rushing too. Is that going to be, what, Queen Rush? Queen Rush for base harassment? I don't really see that working out too well, because SCrin has very elegant options for anti-air, especially Storm Riders. Very cheap, very fast, spammable. So yeah, always trying to screen for expansion, of which there is none. 0 expansions were to be found in this game. Gargoyle Rush, okay. Huh. Not too sure about the gargoyles, they're anti-everything. But that also comes at the cost of moderate DPS. Well, down goes one hover tank. Oh, he can kill the landed gargoyles so easily. Razor Sharks are spazzing out. What are they doing? Oh no. Terrible timing. What are they attacking? The power plant? Awkward. Well, he should shoot the harvesters. Just ignore the gargoyles, focus on the harvesters, and set your enemy behind even more. Why is he going for the airfields? He doesn't need to be afraid of air. Okay, kills the guards. That's also fine. Ooh, mutant cannon coming out as well as like the 3rd or 4th cannon being pulled. My lord, what a slaughter on both sides. But 5-6 harvesters still going strong for Punsho. Wait, he hasn't lost a single one thus far. Oh, there's one. There is one down. Guard doing its best to ward off the hover tanks, but yeah, it's a bit... They're not that brittle. Okay, gets it. Gets it in the end. Looks like they have hit scan weapons, but I don't think they do actually. Well, that's one harvester down and lots of airfields and Gogs. Ultimately, I think that trade could have gone better for Ice. He could have just targeted the econ lines. Let's see. Where does that leave us? 3k lead for Punsho. Combat, yeah, is slightly ahead. Where does the 3k lead for Punsho come from? Oh, right. He only has 4 harvesters. That makes complete sense. One ill-fated Razor Shark? No. Chiprian Fiend. Good hustle. And that's gonna be the first natural expansion being taken by Punsho, but I doubt he has much time. With how fast, at that rate that the harvesters are depleting his fields, he needs to move on to another one immediately after deploying the ref. Preferably the blue tip. There's gonna be, yeah, this is gonna be a highly contested area. No way around it. And triple Stargate out for Ice now, so he's committing to the air build, and he's going Storm Riders this time around. Yes! Just like last game. So he's got a very good timing window. By the way, 2 Tiberium Wells completely unclaimed. Might boost someone's eco in the future, yeah. It's looking dreary for Punsho. He's basically broke and Ice can build whatever the hell he wants. Economy should have caught up. We're all even there. This body of water can also be used for SCrin. SCrin have, I think, the most hovering units in the game. With the Essence Collector, hover tanks, as well as all their air fleet. Again, the Legionnaires, here they are. Okay, this time, finally, that's a first, he's building Legionnaires. That's a very good call. Oh my lord! Ooh, the Razor Sharks would have found such a juicy target here. It's like rustling cattle. Oh, nice. Abusing the turn rate with Storm Riders, I've never seen that. That's pretty cool. So, Storm Rider still going strong. Gargoyle fleet decimated. If he doesn't run into this. Oh no! That was terrible! Wow, 3 down. So, by the way, what I said earlier still holds true. But it's only the anti-ground projectiles of the Tiberian Fiends that don't track. The anti-air projectiles do track, fortunately. Which you have witnessed right now. Ooh. Well, does he only have 1 Garg left? No. 4 Gargs. Still though. Air fleet massively decimated. But Ice is not allowed to let go of the pressure. Statistics. He's on us in a slight lead now. But Punsho is back to the same number of expansions. So at that rate, if I were Ice, I would go for a second MCV. Probably just claim the south. And then move towards the middle. He's got such a strong claim on the middle. Courtesy of the Tech Shockwave turret not being taken. And he can also just simply deploy here. He can deploy in an offensive position. That would spell out the GG. Ooh. Garg's finding 1 snipe. Nah. Not too bad. Not too bad. He also needs to rely on flag stations, and that's a very bad idea because they are notoriously unreliable. Very low DPS. Also very cheap, but hey. Oh wow, Gargs are tanky. Huh, maybe they do have the merits after all. I barely ever built them, I like Queens more. So what's the tech? The tech route for Icesinithol is incorporating a SCrin maintenance depot now, so that might hint at Goliaths. What are they called? Why am I saying Goliaths? Guardians. I knew it was something with G. Might hint at Guardians in the future. It's always a very good complement to an army. Oh my goodness. Coupled with Essence Collectors, it basically makes an army unkillable. That's gonna be rough, but a very strong defended position from Punsho. You don't want to engage into this. Maybe going for a long flank would be a good option. Oh, there is an MCV out now. Post station for Ice. And the 4th freaking Stargate. Okay. He needs to transfer his harvesters though. He doesn't have much income for the time being. Yeah, he's playing it so nicely, denying the blue tip. That's probably the most important part there. Oh, the Gargs have found the Storm Riders. No, not like this. Oh no! Yikes! What a throw and a half! He just threw away like 10 KFA units. Yikes. Yeah! That's a 9k disparity now. Plus there's no more anti-air in this group. Ah, what a throw. Just a slip of attention here from Ice. Probably busy deploying his Rift. Yikers! So one of the downsides of the Storm Riders is that they don't auto-target. It's got to do with the fact that they can perform drive-bys. It's like they do have turreted weapons, but being an airborne unit, they can't utilize it properly. So that's at least what Ganon told me. Don't take that verbatim, but it's something along those lines. So yeah, that might have been the comeback route for Punsho, just decimating the air fleet and finding no contest in the air battle consecutively. A mutant MCV as well, so does Punsho, here's the question, does Punsho even want to take his Tech Shockwave turret? Because he's gonna deploy in front of the turret, and as soon as the turret spots an enemy unit, it's just gonna blast its way through the MCV. So yeah, first world problems, I guess. Oh, okay, today I learned that Essence Collectors do damage, just very low. With their, whatever it's called, red Tesla zaps. Glider transition. Ugh. Gliders are weird. Gliders are basically like a Striker VX. Or a Chopper VX, I guess, in Red Alert 3. In that if they're on the ground, they're anti-air, and if they're airborne, they're anti-ground. But I think the turn rate is pretty ass. So yeah, that one civilian feels completely comfortable. Like, look at that bald guy. Is that Lex Luthor sitting amidst the essence collectors? That guy's ballsy. Oh yeah, too much infantry mass. I doubt Ice can fight this. He needs more Razor Sharks, or look into other anti-infantry venues. For the time being, well, the blob is still standing strong. Okay, didn't expect this, but the essence collectors can basically just casually heal themselves back to full. Okay, can the gliders actually do something here? He's focusing out the gliders one by one. Ooh. Some gliders were traded for some gargoyles. Like, this is such a messy mass battle. Ooh. That is a terrible trade. Well, not too bad. 2 for 4. Could have been worse. Oh wow, the essence collectors. I think they might be outranging the other infantry. Interesting. Just like that, Icesinithol is back in the driver's seat again, at least until the gargoyles are all rearmed. Oh, he deployed a cheeky refinery. That's gonna give him so much income. But conversely, there is now 2 refineries out here as well for Ice. He needs to transfer harvesters on 2 patches. The rule of thumb in the late game is, as soon as everything is harvested out, you want 1 per tree, 1 harvester per tree. Oh, I thought there was blue on the map, but that's just the blue tip, plus the cacti. Fauna. Right. Oh, here's the Guardians. That is a very smart investment. That's gonna negate so much damage here. Wow! Were those tip barrels? Regardless, I think the Conyard is dead. Like, all sorts of dead. 50 ways to Sunday. Dead. And that's gonna be so much healing provided by the Essence Collectors. Let's look at the blob. Let's look at the health. I don't think the health of the SCrin units is going down here at all. At least he focused out the Guardians. So, because with Guardians it would have been even worse. The Guardians would have kept reapplying shields as well. Oh my lord. This SCrin army is here to stay. Very little DPS is in the army left, but that's alright. Very little DPS left here, but there's the Legioness as backup. Wow, okay. I didn't know how much damage gargoyles do to infantry. Ooh, Conyard! Being tackled? Yes, going down. It's going down! And the Essence Collectors can full heal the army. That's also pretty cool if you have just some Essence Collectors and you have an enemy structure. Like, they do no damage to structures, but if you right-click a structure regardless, it's gonna farm essence blobs off of them. I think at least it does farm off of buildings. Don't quote me on that, as per usual, when it comes to SP. Not the most knowledgeable SP player. But a very avid one, regardless. Oh, Destroyers! They can kill the refinery easily, no problem. And the Harvester must have gone down to the Tech Shockwave turret, that's the only explanation I see here. Ooh, the game is even starting to lag with all the units skimming across the map. Oh no, tier 3's unlocked, the Falcons. That's gonna be the win con for Punsho right now. Basically his Alpha Auroras in flight. Oh, wow! What is he doing? He invested money into like 6 destroyers and then sends them in unguarded. At least he's gonna see the Ravages coming. Oh no! That's the second air fleet, like a throwaway air fleet from Ice. What is he doing? Oh no! That's another 10k easily down the drain. Yikes. That's his air fleets are disposable. Well, to be fair, he's got the disposable income right now to not be worried about that sort of stuff. He's still miles ahead in terms of econ after sniping this expansion. Oh, and there's gonna be lots of gliders this time around. I think the gliders have reached critical mass here. Yeah. 1 down, 2 down. Still not trading all that favorably. Well, 4 Gargs down. It's alright, but it's not... He could have done better. Ha! My lord. What a slaughter! With Legionnaires, as with all anti-air units, if you press stop, they're gonna reface and retarget air units, which is a very welcome change in OpenRA. So 2 Falcons out now. He's gonna give him the good old Falcon punch, I'd wager. 1 last Legionnaire left standing, should just park on the blue tip, just to deny something. Whereas, there's tier 3 here as well. SCrin Lab. It's not the Nanocore mainframe, it's the SCrin Lab. Out for Icesinithol, so he's got a very good shot at taking this game regardless, because he can now transition into assault carriers, and that's exactly the right medicine against this mass air nonsense that Punsho is pulling here. To be fair, he had his shot before, he could have easily taken him out, but yeah, throwing away 2 air armies, still not the best of plays. So Ice could go for a 3rd Conyard and maybe just fortify in the middle. And after that, it's like the bottom Tiberium Wells are fair game. Oh my goodness, the air fleet. It's like the Hydra. You chop off 2-3 heads, they all grow back. Like 6 heads grow back. It's the Garg Hydra. What's cooking here? Oh no! That's gonna be a lot of Harvesters shredded. 3, 4... Oh! Almost 5. Okay, finally a tractor beam is being deployed. What was that? Seriously? 4 Harvesters in 1 pass. At least that always gives you a nice window to counterattack. Oh no, the refinery didn't get taken out, so he's harvesting the blue tip now. Ice, park your glider here. That's so much income. Okay, please don't tell me he's throwing this away like that. I mean, he's still earning like 2k more. The assets are even. Yes, here's the assault carrier. Very good choice, and maybe even the mothership? Is it called the mothership? Plus Guardians would be absolutely unbeatable, because Guards need to get in close to deal their damage, and the mothership is tanky as fuck. And if we apply shields to that thing, well, it's gonna live a lot longer. It's gonna extend the shelf life warranty. Oh, Ravagers, hello! I think Ice has refocused his attention on the top side though, so this might not go unseen. I really like Ravager run-bys. Unleash the Death Claw! They punch things though so hard they explode, look at that. Okay, tackling the Harvest? Yeah! Look at that shit! They're punching the Harvester so hard it actually explodes. Those are beasts. Also really high health pool. But obviously they can get kited to shit. Well, if he now parks his army here and denies all the Tiberium, he should definitely park his host station probably on this side of the map. Yeah, those Ravagers. Yeah, hover tanks are a very good counter. Hit scan, can kite out of range, nothing ever happens. My goodness, he needs to deny the blue tip. There's basically nothing protecting it. Come on, man. Assault carriers are trying to get a good formation in. This is gonna be tricky, because assault carriers can kite back. What's the health pool? Ooh, no, Punsho is targeting them manually. But he's gonna lose so many regardless. Ooh, yeah, 3rd assault carrier down, but at the cost of most of the air fleet. Yeah! Only 4 Gargs surviving. I think that's still cost efficient for Ice. Statistics, combat tab, that's always my go-to. Oh! This is looking rough. That's a 50% killed ratio up for Punsho. And here is Lyra. I like parking her in the bus, but she's potent regardless. There is no 2 ways around it. I think with only 4 Tiberian Fiends, he's allowed to push in here. The Marauders do nothing against hover tanks. Assault carrier in the backline as well. Yeah, this is starting to look good. But Punsho is going with a counter-offensive with the Gargs. Ooh. Where's Lyra? There she is. Zapping from the backlines. So this is already the 3rd game where I've seen her have an impact. Assault carrier down. As terrible as that looks, it's not as bad a trade as you think, because I believe gargoyles cost you 1,400, and assault carriers just cost 2.5k, so it's like, ooh, that was a nasty hit. Lots of Legionnaires. Don't step in the gas. Ooh, that gas cloud is gonna ruin their day. Yikes! Oh, at least he pressed the stop key. Yeah, that gas cloud. Jeez. And Lyra from the backlines. Punsho's had really good positioning with Lyra. Always kept her in the back, never made her move to the front lines. She's a backline sniper. Assault carriers. Now this is where assault carriers shine because they can kite back. And as you can see, this is going to be easily able to dispatch of some Gargs. Yeah. 1 down, 2 down. Almost 3. Oof. That's the only thing that the assault carriers are struggling a bit with is mass infantry. Everything else is fair game. There's a very ballsy MCV move out for Punsho. Does he smell a window? I don't think there is a window, but hey, I've been wrong before. Destroyers are still waiting in the wings. They could get some really good shots on the air blob, on the infantry blob. Falcons, lurking for a target. The host station has taken a beating. Well, they're looking for a target, still circling. Falcon pilot's getting whiplash again. I think, like, what Ice should do is deploy on the bottom right. Move his host station to the right, and then deploy a Visceroid Hive. That is the tier 3 base defense, and those are so strong. They just spew forth more and more Visceroids until your enemy just surrenders. Ooh, he's going for Harvester hunting again. 1 Harvester remaining at this expansion. Wait! Topside Harvesters also got kicked somehow. Ice might be running out of econ. 4 Harvesters under 9. Yikes! Oh, the tech shockwave! Could have gone way worse. Yeah, I think Punsho is deliberately not taking the tech shockwave turret. Tyrants as well, so if he presses F now, he's gonna press the good old go button. Go button ready! Tyrants are anti-F for some reason. I don't know what the rifle is supposed to be like there. That doesn't make sense on any conceivable level. They've got an electricity weapon that they're aiming upwards, and that fires on aircraft. Like, that wouldn't even do anything in real life. That's like, aircraft are a completely fail-proof Faraday cage. The only thing that can happen is that their navigation systems go haywire, or maybe the turbines malfunction, but it's not gonna do any actual damage. So yeah, really awkward. Oh, he's going into tractor beam range. Ooh, wow. I never knew how potent they are against basically any ground target. I must have underestimated Gargs. Yeah, is that like 3 Harvesters now for Ice? Has he been throwing this game a 3rd time? Is this the 3rd throw? Come on, you need more econ, my friend. Ooh. Lyra's getting such nasty hits. Yeah, now he's trying. However, Tiberium regeneration is going to be really good here. Why is he going for Eco Walkers? Yeah. Those are some pretty good hits. Not gonna lie, that's very effective. Something is mutated from the Falcon shot. Sometimes things randomly mutate into Berserkers. I think what he should do is pull the carriers and mop up the other bases. Like, the army is here. He doesn't need to engage the main army. Not at all. Yikes! Eco Walkers are trying to get some good crushes. Punsho scattering just in time. Nice, I think he's force firing the tech shockwave turret. Assault carriers are still going strong, but he doesn't really need them here. They're not doing much anyway against the infantry blob. He needs maybe destroyers parked here, and then base defenses. Most notably Visceroid Hives would be very good. Yeah, wow. Irradiator MRLS, probably not the best of choices. That is dead weight. But my goodness, he could easily have kicked the expansions here on the bottom left side. He doesn't need to clash with the main army. Just go for flanks. I don't know why he's so hellbent on breaking this position. This is not how you're gonna get back into the game. Oh man. Ice is struggling economically. He's pulling a Venezuela here. Yikes. That is some muddled economy if I've ever seen it. At least the assault carriers are kind of catching most of the anti-air flak. So the carriers themselves are still going strong, very healthy. Wow. You can see here, like, the power of the shield. Is that a shield battery? Yeah. Shield battery is such a good choice here. So what that does is it completely negates 4 instances of damage every single time. So you can go in, poke a bit, and get back out again. Centaurs! Colossi, okay. Colossi is what they're called. Fair enough. Another assault carrier down. Colossi, I think that's against the mass infantry. A very interesting choice. Sniping some eco himself though, but he needs to rebuild. That's like his prime directive now is rebuilding all his economy. Needs one more harvester here, one more harvester up north, and then he needs to contest the blue tip, because otherwise Punsho is gonna run away in the eco department. Oh no, the demo truck. The demo of legends. Is it time? Demo truck of destiny. Mark II. He's got such a nice line of sight too with the Falcons. Oh no, that's gonna be a 1-2 punch. Well, Falcons being scared away. Oh, wow! Tech shockwave turret blew it up. Well, that's 2 harvesters down, but it could have been way worse. Oh my goodness, he still can't engage into the tech shockwave. No way in hell. Colossi are trying to use their AoE ability, but just not finding the right targets. They are not tanky enough to go in like that. I think the Colossi would also be better served just denying one of those blue tip expansions. Why is he so hellbent on finishing this game right here and there? Okay, this might be a window. Ah! This ain't doing too much damage after all. Wow, that's underwhelming. I thought that would be much tankier, or do more DPS. But as it stands, ugh. Yeah, no. Ah, he's trying to target the tech shockwave turret. He knows he can't push in without it. Oh. It's moving in. Like, one of the benefits of assault carriers is that their line of sight is insane. I think Punsho doesn't see them. Yeah, no. Punsho can't see them at all. He needs spotters. Yep, overkill. Oh no. Don't overcommit into this position. Well, nothing too bad just yet. Oh, Tyrants have pressed the go button. It is time. It is time, Yuri. There is a meditation hall. Oh no, Punsho means business here. Oh, the Colossi are desperately trying to go in. But to no avail. There's just too much DPS here. He needs ranged attacks. Destroyers would be his best bet. Oh my lord. And also just completely ignoring this expansion. Oh, Deathclaws have found the snipe on the MCV and the expansion eco. Yikes. I missed that, but that is heartbreaking. And probably also neck-breaking for Ice, who already is struggling hard with his econ. He's got such a great air fleet. Would be nicely complemented with a battlecruiser. Just saying. Why isn't he rotating? So, the one thing that you have to keep in mind, assault carriers are not the fastest units, but they can rotate easily above bodies of water and cliffs. So this map is basically made for that. Tech shockwave turret is down? How so? Sees the demo, sells everything. No! No, that's a hard no. You don't... Ooh, that was lucky. He could have easily lost some of his assault carriers there. Yikes. That was a mini heart attack there. Okay, and Colossus production needs to stop. Like, that unit just doesn't do anything here. Not against those densely packed unit clusters. Ice, my friend, you might be throwing it. Oh my lord. Statistics. Both super weapons are online. Yeah, Ice is broke, like completely bust. His eco is going bust right now. Boom or bust. Well, Colossi, this time they should have an easier engagement. Still no. Yeah, this is just completely not working at all. Not in the slightest. He's trying to go in. Ooh, oh no. He's trying to tackle the buildings instead now. Little run by. Are there any more Gargs here? He needs to go for the main base. That's his best bet. Yeah, that's what he should have done ages ago. Out-rotating this army. This MCV is ambitious. Oh no, Falcons. My goodness, Falcons are dismantling the base on the other side of the map. Well, with that said and done. My goodness, that MCV just evaporated. The flag station. There's too many times. It's like a first world flag station problem. I have too many targets. I don't know what to target. Oh, that's gonna be so messy. All he needs to do is kite outside the range of the tip fiends. Then it's gonna be good. Oh, it's gonna take so much flak though. Target selection is his biggest priority now. Well, those shots went into the ether. Okay, yeah. You know, he needs to pull back. That's smart play by Icesinithol. After all that's said and done, he needs to kite out a range of tip fiends and tyrants. Because that's what can really kill his army. Well, he's kept most of them alive. I think he's lost one. That was what he needed the entire time. But the death claws are back. God damn it. God damn it, Fallout. Well, that's dead. That's very dead. Is this gonna be another base race? Trust me, we've seen so many base races in this tournament series. It's actually been insane. Yeah, dismantling the econ. That was something you should have done a long, long time ago. Now, giving the old loop-de-loop. Taking him for a casual stroll there. Very smart. Okay, so his game senses are starting to kick back in. But there is a massive air fleet. Alpha Aurora's trying to tackle his base. Ooh, also, that was a super weapon. No, that wasn't a super weapon. What was that thing? A demo. Okay, so he must have manually detonated it. Fair enough, fair enough. Yeah, kiting outside of range. That's exactly what you need to do against that. Oh no, one of the cruisers one carrier getting low. Such a clusterfuck. Clusterfuck of epic proportions. He's building nothing but quads and fiends now. Yeah, that's gonna be a dead MCV as well. If he refocuses. Oh, he's going for the flag stations. Oh, killing the radar would be his biggest boon, because the radar, like anti-air guns are tied to the radar. Yeah, that's good. That's very good. Proud Protoss main. No! That's a surrender from Pun. Okay, from Ice. Look, Ice had a great shot at winning this series. He blew it 3 times. My lord. 3 air armies thrown away for very little good reason. That was an insane finale to a great series. So thanks to all players who participated, despite all the hiccups that we had in the organizatorial and technical departments. This has been a great run. And yeah, Punsho takes, I think, almost $60 home. And second spot for Ice still nets him $30, so congratulations to both. Yeah, Punsho, despite this very controversial start to the tournament, yeah, he kind of prevailed, and he stuck around. I don't think he lost to Ice as much as Ice lost to himself in that game, and in that final game at least. Like, the others were fair game, but that one was completely on Ice. Man, he had such a shot at winning this. Super ahead. But yeah, crumbling under the pressure, and Punsho just kept his cool. So congratulations to both. Congratulations also to Stolen Tech for his well-deserved 3rd spot. He could have, he was the one who actually kicked Punsho out, but then Punsho came back because other players forfeited in the bracket. So yeah, that concludes the SP tournament. Next week we're going to be back with RA content. Also, heads up, there's going to be a new RA balance patch. Like, the dev test version is already out. There's going to be a playtest in probably 2-3 weeks time. And then I'll be making something very special that I'll announce well ahead of time. So yeah, thank you all for watching. Congratulations to everyone who participated, and especially to those who came in the top 4 spots. My lord, Ravage on Vet 4. Not even funny anymore. That's it for this week. That's it for the tournament as well. That concludes it, fortunately. No more tournaments until Christmas. Thank you for watching, I'll see you next time. 5 aces, out.
Battle control offline.